It's that exciting time of the year again. Gmmtv is about to reveal their 2026 projects lineup. The event goes live on 25 November, just a few days away, and I couldn't be more excited. Out of all the yearly lineups, Gmmtv's always gets me the most hyped. With so many actors and couples, their lineup is always bigger and packed with fun surprises, making it exciting to see what they'll have in store. So in this video, I'll be sharing my 2026 BL wishlist, the actors and couples I hope to see in new series, the types of stories I'm hoping for, and a few predictions for what this lineup might bring. So, buckle up, and let's dive right into the video. I think these two are absolutely adorable. They completely stole the show for me in Boys in Love. Every time they were on screen, it felt like the energy shifted in the best way possible. I'd love nothing more than to see them together again in another project, preferably one that puts the full spotlight on them. Since we've already had a series this year featuring multiple couples, it would be great to have something that focuses entirely on them. I've seen quite a few people mentioning that they might have a new project lined up, but I'm trying not to get too excited just yet. Still, if it does happen, I honestly think it would be really amazing. They're easily one of the best new pairings to come out of Gmmtv this year. Their chemistry feels natural and effortless. I have a feeling these two will be returning with a new project next year. Since they joined Gmmtv already attached to a series, it made sense that they didn't get another one immediately. But now that Revamp has finished airing, I think we might finally see them in their first official Gmmtv series, and I hope it's a good one. I've always loved the idea of Thai BL couples and actors from different companies working together. So it's genuinely exciting to see Boon and Prem become part of Gmmtv. This opens up so many possibilities, and personally I'd love to see them work alongside some Gmmtv couples. It could be such a fun mix watching them interact alongside other talented couples. I do want to say that, while I adore these two, so far I've loved them together more than I've actually loved their series. So I'm hoping to see them in a project that not only highlights their chemistry but also has a script that surprises me in the best possible way. I wouldn't really call this a prediction, since the two have already mentioned they have a project coming next year, and honestly, it makes perfect sense. They're the second already established pair to join Gmmtv, so since they didn't need to be newly paired, it was probably quite easy for the company to line up a series for them right away. I'm just really curious to see what kind of story it will be. They're still quite young, so I think it has to be another high school setting drama. Personally, I don't mind school dramas at all. I actually enjoy them, but of course it all depends on the storyline. These two are incredibly talented. I was really impressed by their performances in Lovesick. If anything, my main concern is the script, so I hope their next series is as good as their first, or even better. I know these two are already stepping into their first lead roles in Only Friends 2, but honestly, I'm still hoping we'll get to see them in a proper series of their own, one where they're the main focus. Only Friends is great, but with three couples sharing the spotlight, it's just not quite the same. I also feel like I've seen them in enough ensemble-type series already, and they really deserve a chance to shine on their own. It's also worth noting that they got their Only Friends roles more by circumstance, so while I was genuinely happy for them, it did feel like a bit of a bittersweet situation. That's why I'm really hoping Gmmtv gives them their own dedicated series in 2026. And if it ends up being a more mature story, I think they'd absolutely thrive in it. I loved them so much in Memoir of Roddy and think they will do amazingly. I've been hoping for this for so long, and I honestly will be let down if another year passes without them getting their first series as leads, so I'm hoping for a miracle this time. Now that these two are officially recognized as a ship, it really seems like they might make a return next year. They're still a fairly new pair, and knowing Gmmtv, they'll probably get another series soon just to help them grow and keep fans engaged. I have to say this though, while I love Mark and Ohm individually, I'm not as moved by them as a couple. Their chemistry doesn't hit as strongly for me, but they're undeniably talented actors, and I'll always support them. I also feel like their first series didn't work in their favor. The script just wasn't strong, but they still delivered the best they could with what they were given. If they do make a comeback, I really hope they're placed in a series with a solid script that actually matches their talent. Even if the chemistry isn't perfect, a great storyline can carry the project and help everything come together better. I think I'd really love to see them in an Ensemble Cast series. It could actually work in their favor. Being around other established couples might give them more exposure. And since ensemble series are practically guaranteed at this point, I genuinely hope they're included in one. I'd honestly be quite surprised if these two don't get another series soon. Their comeback was one of the most anticipated ones, and giving them a new project would be the perfect way to make up for the years they were apart. It would be a smart move to keep that momentum going with another project while the excitement is still high. Their series also aired early in the year, unlike some of the other pairs whose projects haven't even been released yet, so again it makes sense for them to get something new next year. I'm not sure what kind of story I'd like to see them in, but I am ready for whatever comes next. One thing I do know is I'd love to see them work alongside Tae and Off-Gun again. I love these three pairs together and know it would be a pretty fun watch. At this point, Ensemble Cast series feel almost mandatory for Gmmtv. It really seems like we'll be getting another one next year, maybe even a few given how many more actors have joined the company. I might be in the minority, but I actually enjoy these kinds of shows, especially when they're handled the way Perfect 10-Liners was. That gave each couple well-balanced screen time, which is usually the biggest issue when a series includes multiple pairs. With so many new actors, ensemble projects also feel necessary to help accommodate more couples so more couples get a chance to shine. I'm also hoping we get another two-couple setup like the Heart Killers. If possible, I would love to see Jungdunk and Ponpun in the same series. I desperately want to see them working together. And something in the vein of Boys in Love, with all new pairings, would be incredibly fun too. It was refreshing to see brand new chemistry come to life. I love discovering new lovable couples in the series. I'm just excited to see what they'll give us overall, and hopefully it won't disappoint. This is a pair that genuinely surprised me in the best way possible. Their chemistry is incredible, and they're one of those pairs that just click effortlessly. Ever since Tae, their fanbase has grown a lot, and I know so many people are hoping to see them in another series. And honestly, Gmmtv wouldn't miss the chance to bring them back when the demand is clearly there. They're also an official ship now, so the odds of a new series feel pretty high. I honestly didn't think we'd see these two work together again, especially with William having his music career to focus on. But that just has me even more excited to see what their next project will be. Whatever they take on next, I already know their chemistry is going to pull me in yet again. Looking at all the Gmmtv series that aired this year, it honestly feels like comedy dominated. And don't get me wrong, I love a good laugh as much as anyone, but I can't help wishing for a bit more balance. Gmmtv is undeniably excellent at comedy, but there's so much potential for serious, grounded, and complex dramas too. Next year, I really hope we see a more diverse range of genres in their releases. If we're talking about the kinds of stories I'd love to see, my first pick has to be a Royal BL series. I know we got that summer, but I'm talking something fully immersed in royalty, intrigue, and elegance. Beyond that, I'd love to see horror that's genuinely dark and tense, mysteries that keep you guessing rather than telegraphing every twist. High-stakes action, supernatural with a darker edge, even sci-fi, sports drama, and more office romance narratives. There are so many possibilities and many different genres to explore. Single dad narratives would be amazing, an often overlooked perspective, and married couple stories now feel especially relevant, given that same-sex marriage is legalized in Thailand. Honestly, I'm dreaming big here, and I know they won't deliver everything I'm hoping for, but even just one or two of these concepts would make me thrilled. Since so many actors have joined Gmmtv from last year till now, the potential for exciting new pairings is enormous. I think there's a strong chance we could see Barcode paired with someone in an upcoming series. I'm really excited for that. Ping, who joined recently, hasn't had a project yet, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him with a new partner too. Mac also joined this year, and there are so many young actors around his age in Gmmtv that the potentials are practically endless. I'm expecting something for Kin, who also joined Gmmtv not so long ago, and lastly Bright. While he's played a BL role before, he's one of those actors that I've always thought would not pursue BL roles consistently. But maybe his move to Gmmtv will surprise us, and if he does take on another BL, it could end up being something truly exciting. He's an incredible actor, and I'd love nothing more than to see him paired with someone who's just as talented as he is. Finally, with Great and In having concluded their partnership, there's the intriguing possibility of seeing them work alongside new partners. I'm genuinely curious to see how that might unfold and who they might be paired with next. I think aside from these actors, there may be other new couples that we least expect, and I'm looking forward to that. Apparently, these two are definitely getting a new series, and honestly, I'm happy about it. I love them together, but I have to admit, I wasn't the biggest fan of My Golden Blood, so I'm really hoping this next project steps things up. I'd love to see them in a more mature setting this time. I didn't expect My Golden Blood to fall back into a university storyline, and Only Friends is also a university series, so at this point, I feel like that's already enough of that from them. A more grounded storyline would really suit them better and make for a great watch. Personally, I'd love to see them in an office romance, a boss and employee narrative, or co-workers type of relationship. It doesn't really matter. I feel like we haven't seen enough of those from Gmmtv, and the vibe would fit them perfectly. I just want to watch their series because it's genuinely good, not just because I like them as a pair. So, here's to hoping their next project finally gives them the kind of story that will have me hooked. I'm honestly not sure if our Skyy 3 will ever happen, and if it does, I can't help but wonder if we'll have to wait another for years like we did between the first and second season. It's still something I've been eagerly hoping for. There's something really special about getting to revisit beloved characters after their stories have already ended. Sometimes when I finish a series, I find myself missing the characters so much that I'd rather see them again. Not the actors in a new role or a different storyline, but those exact same characters continuing their journey. That's why these special episodes mean so much to me. They feel like a chance to reconnect with something you thought was over. There are so many series that I'd love to see included if our Skyy 3 ever becomes a reality. From Be My Favorite, Last Twilight, Only Friends, and We Are, just to name a few. Rewatching old episodes doesn't quite capture the same magic, but seeing the story continue really brings those emotions back in a fresh way. I know it's unlikely that we'll get it anytime soon, but I still needed to speak on it. In addition to that, for my wishlist, I'm really hoping we get Pod and Popping in a new series, even if it's as a side couple again. I also hope to see Mark back with a new partner. And I kind of want to see Lego in a BL role as well. I think it would be really fun to watch. I'm also hoping for a new partner for Lang if he ever decides to act in BL again, which I wouldn't blame him if he doesn't. I've also missed Lewis a lot and love seeing him in perfect 10-liners, so I hope he gets more roles. A series with both a BL and a GL couple as leads would be great too. To add to the predictions, I think since Gemini and Fourth's Ticket to Heaven is only 5 episodes, they'll get another project that's on the longer side. I'm also thinking we might get another anthology series similar to Mute Live. I definitely believe Luke and Mick will get another series too. We'll probably see more projects featuring the newer couples and fewer from the longer-running pairs. There's also a chance we'll get another Japanese BL remake. While there's so much I'd love to add, I think it'll be more interesting to hear from you all too on your own wishlist as well as predictions for this lineup. So do leave a comment. I'd really love to hear what everyone else is hoping to see. I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.